Okay.
I lost my notes. Okay, found it. No, I got it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Crisscross Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us here. I see a lot of you already online. Thank you so much for being here. My guest tonight needs no introduction unless you've been living in a cave for the last 10 years or so. You will know who is, which we have in a virtual cave thanks to the lockdown. Welcome, Beng. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being on my show. Ladies and gentlemen, the queen of Drop the Top in Malaysia and Horizon's ambassador of Drop the Top, Miss Beng Lim. A big round of applause. Everybody's clapping. Thank you so much for being here, Beng. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here. And we were just talking about what it's been like during MCO and all that. But let's go a little bit into the background first of how you and I came to know each other and why I have often regarded you as my daughter or even my little sister. Beng, do you remember when we met? And I'll show you a picture now of my Evo Enduro 2017 car. Beng, do you remember this? On your very second day of the job. Chiang, where's the picture of the Mercedes? Wake up. On your very first or second day of the job, Beng, I met you at the Padang Besar border. This was the shot when I met you guys there. I had gone up a day before. Do you remember that? I went up a day before. And suddenly this little girl comes running around the side of my Mercedes-Benz W126. And that was the first time I met Beng. This was one momentous occasion, I would say, wasn't it? I mean, this was what first day on the job and you're driving to Phuket. I mean, who is that lucky to be driving to Phuket on the first day of the job? Did you enjoy this?
Yeah, I was like, oh, what's happening? Oh, okay. Oh, we're chilling. Okay, we're chilling. Oh, we're talking to people. Okay, we're talking to people. Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's amazing lah. Amazing.
Was this your first, like really long distance drive?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Your first trip to Thailand, was it?
I've been to Thailand before, not by car, but
not by car.
Yeah.
I mean, what a baptism by fire, man! from KL all the way. I had left a day earlier. I don't even remember now. I had left a day earlier to meet you all at the border to sort of like recce the road before you all came up and just to tell you all what to expect and all that. But actually, it was more because my car is very slow and I didn't want to hold everybody up, lah. So that's why I came up a day before. But yes, this is where we met, you and I. And
you in shorts, singlet, and the hat.
The hat, yes, I still have the hat. You want to see the hat? I still have the hat. The hat is right here.
Hello all. Yes, I still remember. And you were so tan, and you just fit the whole look with your car. Oh my gosh, I can still remember.
Yeah, that's so, folks. That's exactly how Beng and I met in 2017 on her first day of the job. She gets to drive to Thailand, to Phuket. There's a photo there. That was the car I was driving. And this photo, the next photo next to it, was taken at Bang Wat Dam. Remember, Beng, we drove up to Bang Wat Dam. That was so nice. That was so nice. So, okay, subject for today. Oh, there's Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Yes, Enduro is when I first met Beng. And it was quite a drive. And this bubbly girl was just bouncing around all over the place. I don't know where she got her energy. I mean, I was getting tired just looking at her running here, running there. But tell us, Beng, you now have done Evo Enduro 3 times. I mean, of course, we couldn't do it last year, but 2017, 2018, 2019, you've done Evo Enduro. You've been an ambassador for Drop the Top for the longest time. And tell us about your experience when you actually drove. And this is very impressive to me because I actually bought my Fiat Punto for this very reason. You drove from KL to Hua Hin with the top down all the way.
Yeah, I feel like, well, for me personally, I feel like every year we have to up the ante. So it's like, okay, we do 1,000 km, then next year we do 2,000, then next year we do 3,000, next year we do 4,000. So technically, and based on my research, from KL to Hua Hin one day is possible. But then when you actually do it, it's another story.
Yes, absolutely
Yes.
right. Because I think kilometer-wise, it doesn't look that far, does it? In fact, on a map, it's just like an inch.
But it was because I went through that with two other cars, very, very good friends, and we went through it together. I think we arrived at 4 a.m., 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, and we started.
Oh my
What
God.
time did we start? 5, 6 a.m. And
Oh
when we
my
arrived,
God.
we were so close knit. We were doing everything together, and it was just the friendship, the relationship that we come together during this time because we were driving at night, and we all know
Yeah.
Thailand is very, very dark. So we
Yeah.
were constantly on the walkie and flashing each other to make sure that we're all okay. And if someone who's lagging behind, obviously it's me, because the other two cars are like, "Phoom," and I'm like, yeah, y'all go Nyata very slow one, cannot go fast one. So when we stopped, the other two drivers were like, Beng really we love you and all, but we wait for them sian already, you know.
Yeah, true. But then again, the drive itself, the road itself, you can't really get lost. It's the main highway all the way straight up to Hua Hin, isn't it?
Yes.
You did the bypass from Bangkok. You didn't go into Bangkok. I mean, nobody goes into Bangkok. A lot of people have asked us before, why you guys? I'm so near. I mean, why didn't you go to Bangkok? It's because of the traffic, folks.
Yeah.
We don't really want to go into Bangkok. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, think about it. It's like going into KL and being like, hey, let's drive around KL during peak hour.
Yeah, in a manual car with 3 pedals. Yay, fun. But you know what? I think that's one of the things we were just talking about it on the lead up to this show. One of the things I think we miss the most is actually being able to just get into your car and just go for a really long drive just for the hell of it, isn't it? I mean, look at the camaraderie, look at the cars, so diverse.
Yes.
Has that been one of the hardest things for you for during MCO? It has been for me. I'll be straight up honest and admit it's been that.
I like to go on very spontaneous drives. And I tend to like to go on drives alone, like we were talking about it just now, like how you like to clear your mind. And I think a lot of us relate, because when we drive, it's really just about like just being in that moment and not thinking about anything at all, and just enjoying whatever that comes your way, especially in the drop the top, because you're like, oh, you can feel the wind in your head.
Thank you, Beng. Thank you. Yes, I can feel the wind in my scalp.
Yeah, and I really
right.
Even when we go and tapa, right, I drop the top and I'm like, oh.
Yes.
But I'm very scared because I see a lot of police everywhere. So I'm like, oh.
That's true. Do you think drop the tops, unfortunately, I mean, we love them. I mean, I bought the Fiat Punto chiefly because I saw how much fun you were having in your Miata going all the way up to Phuket in it. I bought the Punto because I wanted to experience that. And the Punto was actually supposed to be my 2019 Evo Enduro car, but we couldn't do Evo Enduro. But do you think that some people shy away from drop the tops because it attracts too much attention?
Definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all preference. So what I might like, you might not like, and vice versa. So I really am okay if people come up to me, it's like, hey, I hate drop the top. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm really fine, because I do not expect everyone to love it as much as me. For me, I really love it because of the experiences it has brought me, the friendships that I've gained, the whole journey, the whole experience. And that is why I feel everyone should experience it. And a lot of people tend to judge without going through it. So you see, instead of going, hey, why not let me give it a shot. If you give it a shot and you tell me like it's really not for me, fine. But don't judge before experiencing it. And you can ask your friend, drive your friend's one. Don't ask me, but ask your friend, drive your friend's drop the top, and just experience it for yourself. And if you really don't like it, then it's not everyone.
At least you tried it. At least you tried it. Yeah, because I was also the Punto is my very first drop the top. And like I said, it is my very first drop the top, because I thought about it, the Triumph and the Sunbeam Alpine that I had before, those were my dad's cars. So not really my car. I drove it, but it was my dad's car. So anyway, I got the drop the top because I saw what you were going through in Evo Enduro and how happy you were, and your energy is infectious, and I wanted that energy as well. So that's what I bought. And a lot of people were like, "Yo, you bought a drop the top. You bought a convertible in Malaysia. Why?" Well, yeah, there she is, actual rag top. And I was like, "Yeah, I did. Why? What's wrong? Oh yeah, Malaysia very hot lah. Malaysia rain very heavy lah. You're not scared leak ah. You're not scared this ah. People cut your roof ah." I'm like, no. I mean, if you're gonna think about all that, then you're gonna be so scared. You're not even gonna drive any other car because that kind of stuff.
Anything.
Yes,
you don't come
exactly.
Out of your house. You might gonna accident. You might trip and fall and die, and then break your back, your spinal cord. You get paralyzed. Everything also cannot.
True. You take a risk waking up every morning. You could fall out of bed and break your neck. So you know what? Why not? I always say why not, because there are certain times during the day. Yes, it's a little bit too hot to drop the top, although I'm very impressed you did it all the way to Hua Hin. I mean, in the heat of the day, and for what total driving time was about 18 hours, 16 hours, something like that?
I really can't remember. At the end of the day, we were like, oh my God, we made it. And then when we reached, I was like, please stop. Please be able to come up. Please be able to come up. Every time I drop it up, there's a little part of me is like, okay, it still works. Okay, it still works.
Oh, wait. Yours is a metal folding top, right?
Yeah, retractable hardtop.
Retractable hardtop. Because the earlier Miata, the NA, was fully manual, wasn't it?
So the NA, there's a soft top and there's a hard shell on it. So you can literally remove the hard shell and then you put up the soft top. For NC, there are as well, but very, very rare in Malaysia.
Very rare in Malaysia. So
I've seen on the road and it's just like, is that an NC? Oh my God, it has the, what? Really?
Yeah. So there's the famous car. Ladies and gents, thank you for joining us. If you all remember, this is the famous Evo Enduro Beng's car. And I think you were one of those who kept the livery on the car for the longest time, even after Evo Enduro. You only had it we only did Evo Enduro for like a week. And then you had the livery on for another year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think more than that. I just took it out this year. I just removed it earlier this year before lockdown. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I was so scared, Chris, because the year before, I've experienced where I took it out, I think 1 month or a few weeks after, and the paint came off. So can you imagine I was so scared, but it came off effortlessly.
Nice. See, that's the proper kind of stickers or rather livery to have on your car, that it doesn't damage your paint when it comes off.
And mine is the original color. Mine is actually repainted.
Yeah. Okay. Your car got repainted before.
Yes. So the original color is red. And I think I don't know which owner. At the point, our second or third owner repainted it black.
Okay. So this was a repaint, so doubly scary to actually pull off, because I think Con removed some paint from his E39 when he was taking out his Evo Enduro livery. Yeah, some of his paint came off. Anyway, good excuse to repaint your car.
Yes.
So sticking on to this drop the top, folks, thank you so much for joining us. I see a lot of you are here already. Thank you for joining us. We've got Beng here with us, our resident queen of Drop the Top and Malaysia's ambassador to Drop the Top. Beng, you have embarked on something new and exciting, because who else could actually pull off this Drop the Top, and no pun intended, who else could pull off this Drop the Top experience but you? And you've got a new project going on right now, also hashtag Drop the Top. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. So you're talking about like the brand, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in my journey with Drop the Top, originally it was a very simple thing. I was literally going around and screaming at everyone, drop the top. Like, why do you have a cabriolet but you don't know how to enjoy it? Why? And I was like, drop the top. I can tell you, I'm pretty sure there are people like, wow, this girl damn annoying. Okay lah, drop lah. And there, I felt that because of what I've been through, the people that I've met along the way, Drop the Top means so much more to me right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, because of the people who have been so supportive, all of you who are like commenting now, who has always tuned in during my lives. I really don't care about the numbers, because I see the same people. I get to know the people who have supported me. And when I launched, the support is just amazing lah. Yeah, it's just amazing. And I can never thank you enough, and I'm so grateful for that. And Drop the Top has evolved into something that I feel a lot of people in like nowadays, they're very scared of being themselves. That's what I feel because of social media. We post something there and we're like shit. And then we're like, I am shit. And one bad comment can ruin 100 good comments because we are just that way. We are programmed to think that, okay, this one bad comment means so much, even though there are, let's say, 100 people complimenting you.
Yes, true.
And because of
very
that,
true.
I'm very afraid. Like, let's say I put out there, like, I like Viva. And people are like, how, why you like Viva? Why? But it's this car, it's like this, it's like that. It's a small car, it's not stable, lah, it's not good, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of people tend to reserve their opinions. And people are just so judgmental nowadays. It's very difficult to have a proper discussion and come together, and together you don't agree on it, but you can agree to disagree harmoniously, instead of saying like, I don't like you, or everyone's like very sensitive to it. So I feel like Drop the Top is symbolic of that, where you are in this shell, and when you drop the top, you literally unleash everything that you have been penting up, and you're like, hey, I think I am this person, I can be this person, I am comfortable in my own skin. And that's what the top is all about, where you drop the top and you release, and you're like, you know what, I'm comfortable in my own skin. That's why you say whether it attracts attention. Why do you care whether or not it attracts attention? You are doing it for yourself, not for anyone else. You enjoy it, right? To buy a car because you enjoy it, not because other people see you and they are happy that you enjoy it. No, it's all for yourself.
True. Absolutely true. Whatever, I agree 100% what you just said, because opinions are like noses. Everybody's got one. Actually, the actual saying is something, another part of the anatomy, which I shall not say, but opinions are like noses. Everybody's got one. Everybody's going to have one. Doesn't matter. If you are happy with what you have, if you're happy with what you're doing, do it. Why do you care? You know, life's too short to care about what other people say. Life's too short to drive boring cars. But you've also turned it into something tangible, Beng. And I want to tell my viewers here, many who have already logged on, I want to tell them you've turned it into something tangible. So can you tell us a little bit about the merchandise now, that if you get into Drop the Top, you can actually own a piece of you, sort of?
Okay. So the whole reason why I have turned it into something tangible and it became a t-shirt, merchandise, a brand by itself, because I want the brand to be known for what it is. You know, you drop the top, you unleash your potential, you are comfortable in your own skin. Because I also understand that Drop the Top is not something that everyone would want, and not something that everyone can afford. Maybe, yes, you can definitely dream, you can definitely aim, please go ahead. But I don't like the exclusivity, and I don't like that, oh, you don't have Drop the Top, you cannot be part of us. I don't like. I want to be very inclusive. So with a t-shirt, everyone can wear it. Everyone can wear clothes, you need caps, you need new ones, and you need nice ones. So yeah, and it just represents that when you wear it, you don't have to own a Drop the Top. You can be, I like this. I like what the brand stands for, and that's what the brand actually is. Like, why would you wear any brand at all? You see people with Harley Davidson. You see people without owning Harley Davidson. They wear the clothes because they like what it represents, and also it's cool, lah. So.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, definitely. This is really cool. I'm looking at the photos now. I see you've got Lenny as one of your models, and you're the other. That's great. So you've got caps. You've got
no other model.
Because of nothing to do with the fact that he did it for free, right?
Yeah lah. I got paid in time.
Okay, so you got baseball caps, which are really cool, folks. You can see it here. You've got t-shirts, black and white. You've got 2 designs of t-shirts, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Very, very cool. I've already ordered the black one. So yes, I am also a customer here.
So let me just take you through the unboxing experience.
Nice. Unboxing, yay.
And this is a hang tag. So you know when your t-shirts comes with a hang tag, and usually you just cut it out and then you throw away. One comes with this.
Oh.
Holder as well for all those people who have
cool
classic cars.
Yeah. Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, sorry, I'm like ruining the experience for you because I know. And this is the packaging, drop the top. I purposely wanted it to be something like this, and the top word being here.
Right.
It literally is when you drop the top, you drop the top.
Ah, that is so cool. That is so cool. So my shirt's gonna come like this, right?
I must ask Thomas.
Yeah. So because I heard just now somebody said, he might have opened my package. Thomas, are you watching? Did you open my package? Okay, that sounded wrong. Thomas opened my package. Anyway, okay, so yeah, we sorry. So yeah, folks, so many of you on online here. Sadly, for some reason, I cannot highlight the comments. So we will take a couple of comments in a little while. First, Beng, you and I were talking about this just now. With the MCO, the lockdown, and you having to use Lenny as a model, and you have to be a model yourself. What have you been up to apart from Drop the Top? How has it been? You okay?
Honestly, it's been very mundane. I mean, I'm very grateful. Don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful. I know a lot of people out there have it worse off, and a lot of people out there have it better off. I mean, there's always two sides to the story. There's always good and bad extremes. But I think being stuck at home for so long, it really does something to your mental health. That's why I really want to emphasize everyone that mental health is very, very important. If you feel like you cannot anymore, really just take a step back, and you're not being selfish. You are really prioritizing you, because you need to take care of yourself in order to take care of other people, and especially those with little children at home.
Oh yeah.
I've seen friends who are with their children 24/7, and I think it's crazy. I mean, the amount of with your kids, and you have to work at the same time, and you have to take care of your house. Oh man.
I know what you mean, because I experienced. I think I told you this before as well. One of the ways I actually get my mind at ease, and to get rid of tension and stress, and it's to go for a drive. It's to go for a drive. Whether it's it's got to be a long drive. You can't just be around the block to go and buy groceries. So that part of my life is gone, and it's been gone for like, I can't even remember. Is it still 2021? Because is it early July, August? One day just goes into another, right? And
yes.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. So I've been having to find other means to actually clear my mind, and to actually calm down, and to actually be de-stress. And one of them is actually gardening. I'm actually becoming a gardener. So I don't know, until I can drive my car. 5 of my cars road tags have expired, and I'm not even bothering to renew it because I can't even drive anywhere. So what's the point?
Correct.
Yeah. It's been that way for you as well. Have you found anything better to do, or besides driving? I mean, what's better than driving?
I've been baking. I've made candles. I've learned dancing.
Whoa.
So
that's a lot. That's great.
You just have to look for something new every day. You have to do more things. I've been reading. Oh my god. You just need to do something and have something to look forward to. I think as human beings, we're just wired that way. For example, when we work, we look forward to the weekend because we can go for a drive. I look forward to the weekend because we don't work. But we're at home most of the time already. We cannot go out. We can't do anything.
True. Well, this is one thing we can do: get on live and chit chat and talk about stuff. Folks, don't forget, practically every day of the week, Horizon has got something live for everybody. Yeah, on Mondays and Tuesdays it's me, and Wednesdays there's a new show that's in Chinese. So lots and lots of things. We are trying our best to actually do a lot during this lockdown, and I think that's quite admirable for everybody, including the two of us here as well. Beng, I want to ask you, I've been wanting to ask you this for the longest time. When you first joined the motoring industry, you were one of the very few, can count on one hand, ladies or girls in the motoring industry, in motoring journalism, a very male-dominated industry. That's us actually reviewing one car, but I want to show another picture first. This is a surprise for everybody. Chiang, can you show the photo with the 3008? This was our very first test drive together. That's big.
I know, Chris.
Oh my goodness.
I was just thinking about this. I was like, the first time I met Chris, the first event we went for.
Yep.
How I got to know Chris. Yeah, the 3008.
3008.
Lovely car to
It
be
was.
the first media drive for me.
Yeah, it was to Ipoh, if I'm not mistaken. We went to Ipoh, right? Been so many, I can't even remember. But I think we went to Ipoh,
I also,
and sorry.
I also cannot remember. I'm like, yeah, I think so. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I think it was. I do know the other picture. But anyway, folks, this is when I first met Beng, not the X70, the one on the left with the Peugeot 3008. We drove together. She was my co-driver, and we went to Ipoh in the 3008. But then we've had many test drives together. You just saw the other photo. Chiang, can you put up the photo of the Corolla Altis? We actually drove and reviewed the Corolla Altis together. So we've had many nice drives together, short ones, long ones. Evo and Euro together, but not in the same car. What was it like for you when you first joined the industry as one of the very few girls in the industry on the journalism side, not the marketing side, the journalism side where you actually write and photograph and videograph? What was it like? What was it like for you?
Well, for one, it was very exciting for me because it's very new, and I'm very like, wow. And I remember I had like the first car that I was tasked to go and take. Bobby was like, "You go and take the car." Then like, I just started. You allow me to go and take the car. You trust me, yeah. You have to go and learn.
Wow.
But I never driven sedan before that. Before that, I told myself I don't want to drive big cars. I love small cars. Small cars are the best. And yeah, that was the day. It was history lah. Because after that, I knew like, okay, I'm in this industry. I have to do this. Everything was very new. Every car I went into was nice. Everything was like, wow, so nice. Wow, this is so great. And then other people are like, you think this is nice? Why are you so excited? And then I remember the first drive I went on, I was so nervous because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to work and not have enough time. So every break I got, I was taking photos, I was updating. And then everyone look at me like, you see this girl taking photo of the boot at the R&R stop. The relax stop. Then I was like, but I have to post ma, I have to be active ma, right? I have to do all this ma, right? How I felt being a girl. Actually I like throughout my history, I've always been in industries where it's very male dominated. So I gotten used to how it was. But of course, in the car scene, it's very intimidating because everyone is an expert. I was always very afraid to be like, what is this? Because I really didn't know anything before that. I just enjoyed driving. I
remember you used to ask me, what's this, what's that? And it was like, it really made me crack my mind because like, okay, I better know this. I've been in it 25 years. I better know this.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for that because I have people who I can ask.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you're in the scene and then when you don't know something, people tend to judge. So
true.
So what I would do is like, okay, I want to know what's this. So I was actually online searching like, okay, car parts terminology. And I used to read that every day. I'm like, oh, okay, what's this called? I didn't know what a USB socket was. I didn't know what power socket was. All these terms. And then I remember asking you, I was like, Chris, what's the right-hand side thing called? And then you were like, oh, it's this. And you were very, very nice and patient with me. I mean, everyone in Horizon was. So I'm very grateful for that. That I can be stupid openly without judgment. Yeah.
I'll tell you what you taught me though, when you just mentioned just now about taking photos of the boot, when I was looking at this girl running around doing all this and I'm sitting there having a drink and I'm like, why is she so energetic? And then it reminded me like we're in a new age now because I was actually witnessing firsthand what it's like for a new age motoring journalist like you as compared to an old hat like me. Yeah, old hat, older than this, an old hat like me, and the way I do things and the way you do things. So in a way, you actually taught me as well, because in this day of age in social media and, instant posts and short stories and Instagram stories and Facebook stories and all that, there's so many avenues that you can use to actually promote your stuff or promote the vehicle that you're driving. And so that's something that you actually taught me, which is great. It was a learning experience for both of us. Seeing it from a perspective of somebody new in the industry. And of course, your first day on the job, driving to Phuket. I mean, I still can't get over that, as you probably imagine. And me coming from like using film camera kind of era, it was great. It was wonderful. So I guess I learned a lot from you as well. You could say I've learned a lot from everybody at Bobby. Bobby has taught me about being online and live like this. Everybody. So the learning experience. There you go. There's you with Bobby, and also another drop the top there. And is that you really carrying a Range Rover
Yeah,
Discovery?
you cannot
Whoa,
underestimate my powers, okay?
unbelievable! Superpower, Supergirl.
Yep. I'm so bad.
Okay, folks, it's been 30 minutes. We're going to take a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come. I'm going to figure out how to fix these comments, but we'll take a very short break now, and we'll be right back with Beng Lim, our queen of Drop the Top. Yes. Yeah.
Save about 500 bucks. You save about 1,000 plus.
To work out cheaper for me.
34,000.
215, even more.
Facebook for 200 plus. 400 bucks of savings.
Yes, we're back, folks. That was a very short break. I was actually in the middle of typing something, but we're back again. Okay. See, that's the thing with life. You gotta expect certain things. I haven't even looked at my notes yet. We're just getting going. Bang. So thank you for being here, and welcome back again to everybody. I see a lot of people online. I must apologize, folks. I cannot select comments for some reason. Okay, we're gonna have to do this manually, but we've got Bobby and Con. The whole team is basically here. Thank you so much for joining us. We were just talking, if you just joined us, we're just talking about life of Drop the Top and why, despite Malaysia being not the best climate in the world, and maybe the population isn't really ready for to see a Drop the Top, because Beng, they still garner a lot of attention, and sometimes people don't want the attention. But you made a very, very good point just now about if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So what? Just be comfortable in your own skin. I really, really like that quote. And what more advice can you give somebody who is thinking about going for Drop the Top? And let's look at it from a financial perspective now. For me, my Drop the Top was one of the cheapest you can get out there, the Fiat Punto. But the Mazda Miata, sadly, is actually going up in price, isn't it? Yeah, it is going up in price. You got a really nice NC. What kind of advice?
There was one guy who actually messaged me. So every now and then I get random people saying like, Bing, I want to get MX-5. Do you have anyone who you can recommend? So I'll be like, yeah, okay. Which one do you want? Which generation? Then they're like, I want manual. It's like, okay, if you want manual, then I would suggest this. Typical lah. So I'm like, okay, so if you want this, then the whole conversation, then I'll be like, okay, so I found a seller, here's the price. And they go silent. I don't get a reply from them after that at all. Because the price is crazy.
It is crazy. You know, they used to be around 30 and 40, right? And now they've gone mad.
Yeah. For example, the MX-5, the NA, the pop-up lights, people are selling for 70, 80K.
Oh, they were half the price. They used to be half the price. That's crazy. Oh no.
Yes. But let's say if you get one that is cheaper, the condition might not be so good and you might have to do a lot of work on it.
Okay.
Yeah, see, there was an M1 and AMX5 for 80K.
There you go. That is mad. 80,000. Okay, it's not mad. I'm sorry. It's always willing buyer, willing seller. But this hike in price, it's double, because I remember when they used to be going for about 40, maybe 50. Then again, we were talking about this last week, folks. If you were here last week, we were talking about the Suzuki Jimny. I had one, and I sold it for 8,000 ringgit. They are now worth about 30,000 ringgit. I mean, who can tell these things? Who can tell these things? Okay, but since we've got Beng here, folks, we want to ask her, how did you get into Drop the Top? I mean, what was it that actually, because the MX-5, if I'm not mistaken, it's your first Drop the Top, Beng. Yes. And it served you well, and I think it's been a very pleasurable ownership experience. But what made you get this lovely car, even without the Cortex livery? What made you want to have a Drop the Top?
Oh, I think a lot of people have heard this story before.
Oh, so tell it again.
I'll try to summarize.
Sure.
So I was working at Bobby's place one day, and he said, you know lah, typical Bobby. I was really working, typing, and he, what's your dream car?
Oh, nice.
Huh? While working, he, take a break lah. What's your dream car? He started talking. I said, my idea is like, I'm driving by the beach, like beach is on my side. I'm driving, wind in my hair, cold drink in my other hand. I'm cruising, sunglasses. Oh, that's the dream. Then he, so he went, the typical muda. It's like, this one you like? And I was like, yeah, quite nice and very cute. And the first one he showed me was this. I think, can't remember, but there were a few
This actual car that you bought.
Yeah. And I was like,
Wow.
yeah, okay. And I left it at that. And he said, oh, okay. Then he went out to the balcony. He came back. Beng so tomorrow you go see car. I was like, what? See car? What? I don't want to buy. And at that point of time, really, I had no intention of buying. I don't want to buy any car. I was like, huh? Why? Why do you buy? Then I went, we saw. I was like, oh my God, it's the first convertible that I've seen in front of my eyes. I've never seen a convertible in front of my eyes ever, except on TV. So that's where the dream came from. Like, you know, American by the beach, then you see people sitting on the chair, wind in their hand, they're like, whoa, they're enjoying life.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I went, I saw, I loved it. History, that's it. I didn't see any other car. Then Bobby, bye.
And
Yes.
this has been your only car. Sorry, no, you have a smaller run around. You have a Viva, if I'm not mistaken, is it?
Yeah, so I was originally with my Viva, very happy in my Viva. Then I passed the Viva to my dad. My dad's driving the Viva now. Then I had the MX-5, and then a very, very good opportunity came up. One of our friends was selling the Kalisa. It's a manual Kalisa.
A manual Kalisa. Whoa.
And I wanted to improve my manual skills. So I was like,
nice.
My manual skills. I need to understand why everyone's like, oh, manual, 3-pedal. You're not a real man if you cannot drive 3-pedal. You don't drive all that kind of thing. I was like, I want to be man also. So yeah.
Fantastic.
I went to Kalisa. I got it at a very, very good price. Very, very good price. Like below market price.
Nice.
And when I went to collect it, I was very, very scared because drive all the way from. I had to drive, I think, 30 minutes one way. So I was like, I'm going to drive back alone. Wow, scared. But I was blazing. I was like, oh my God, this car is so fun to drive. And Lenny touched me in the NA and he was like, I think you're going faster than me in the corner. So I was like, it's damn fun. Oh my God.
There you go, folks. There you go. I mean, buy yourself a manual car just to keep practicing on what it's like to drive a manual, because we're going so much into auto nowadays. You can get a license for just driving automatic cars, but you'll never know the fun of actually driving till you get into a car that has 3 pedals and a stick shift. And amazing. So what a wonderful story. So now I know you've got this Kalisa that you can practice your manual on, and you've got this and you've got a drop the top, and which you've had for quite. Wait, how long have you had this car already? About 2-3 years already?
Which one? My MX-5?
Yeah, the MX-5.
21, I think 4 years.
4 years.
I think 4 years, yeah.
And you've done 2 enduros in this car, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 enduros. You did 2018 to Hua Hin and 2019 to Phuket. There we go. Yes. So yeah, there you go. Oh, what a great shot! Is that must be at the dam somewhere? Wonderful. Yes. So back to the epic drive. To me, this is one of the most epic drives. Unfortunately, I missed Evo Enduro 2018. I was overseas at the time. I was on a media event overseas. I missed 2018. I missed your epic drive to Hua Hin. You dropped the top the whole way. You wanted to do that, right? And you actually did it. You dropped the top the whole way. What was that like? Were you like a burnt to a crisp? Was your car flooded? Did it rain?
It was just something that I wanted to do. It was, you know how sometimes you just give yourself certain goals you want to achieve, and that was something for me. I was like, I want to drop the top the whole way. Why? I just want to do it. There's no reasoning for it.
There's no reason.
Just to say like I did it lah, and that's it. So
nice.
It was super hot. Oh my God! I remember because we separated from the other team. I think we went first, so we reached the first night in Hua Hin, whereas I think majority of the pack stayed in
Hat Yai.
Yes, majority of the team stayed in Hat Yai for the first night, and the second night when they arrived, we welcomed them, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're burnt." I was like, "I know, so nice, right? I love being like super tan, super dark, and then you can see like my skin peeling all, but so
Next drive, you need to get one of these. I actually am saving this hat for my drop the top drive because I am determined to actually drop the top the whole way for the next Evo Enduro, like what you did. I mean, if Beng can do it, I'm damn it, I'm going to do it as well. But I have a problem, as you know. I'm going to get burnt at the top of my head. It's going to be completely gone. Yes. Shoulders, everything. So I needed this hat. Well, let's talk about what. Yes, we still have time. Wonderful. Let's talk about the future of Drop the Top. What would you like to see as a Drop the Top enthusiast yourself? What would you like to see happening to the Drop the Top scene in Malaysia? As you know, I touched on this before that Malaysia's climate sometimes not so great. It's too damn hot or it's raining really heavily. But those small little snippets of time when you actually get to drop the top early in the morning, late in the evening, at night, when you drive around, it makes up for all the times that you're not able to. What would you like to see happening to the drop the top scene, which unfortunately, like the wagon scene, is not as rife as JDM, classic car, luxury car, Conti car. What would you like to see the drop the top scene becoming? Because there are fans here. There are a lot of fans here I've seen who are into drop the top. And what would you like to see happen?
I would like to see, I think it's slowly happening, because right now, even when I go up, I'm like, oh, drop the top, oh, drop the top. I sit more on the road and I see them enjoying it. I see them with the top down instead of, wait, why never drop the top? So I used to point at people, be like, oh, you drop the top. And I would really shout, like if I have the top down, I would really look at them, drop the top. I'm obnoxious that way. So I used to do that, but now it's so nice to see uncles driving it, 1, 2 in the afternoon, drop the top. They're enjoying it, that bliss feeling on their face. And I just really hope more and more people are more open to the idea of the top instead of being so closed.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people tend to judge things before experiencing it.
Yeah.
What society tells you, like knife in your soft top. I have never heard that happen before. I've never had someone told me like, yeah, I kena before. Never.
True.
And
I've never had
rain once.
Yes, you did. And you didn't even pull up an umbrella or anything. You actually drove in the rain with the top down.
Yeah. It's so nice.
I'm sure.
So, yeah, I mean, you would never imagine. People will say, yeah, actually you can drive with the top down under the rain. It's like, really? So I decided to give it a try. So everything, I feel we have to give it a try before we decide on anything, or before we decide to have judgment.
True.
Yeah, so it's amazing lah. I love, honestly, if my interior could be waterproof, right? Oh my God, I'll be driving under the rain all the time. I mean, just imagine you're like playing under the rain, dancing under the rain, but this is like driving under the rain, music. Oh, it's amazing. And it's so cooling when it's raining.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, again, people are going to look at her and look at you and go like, "Are you crazy? Who cares? It's my car. It's my roof to drop." And you know what? God is giving me rain, so let's do it. So yes, I think I'm gonna actually try that, because no, hang on, I actually had that happen. I drove to Cherating once and it started raining very quickly, and my Fiat, the roof takes about 1.5 minutes to come up. So yeah, I got a little bit of that experience of driving drop the top in the rain. But oh my goodness, all the way to Hua Hin with the top down. And did you do it on the way back as well, or was just one way enough?
No, I was like on the way back. No, guys, I love my aircon. I need my aircon. No.
Excellent. Okay, we got a question from our very own Con here. He's asking, do you prefer a folding metal hardtop or a rag top?
Everyone tells me that hardtop is better, but I always love the silhouette of a soft top. I think that is the epitome of drop the top, the soft top, which is different from any other cars out there. Hardtop, yeah, you can like have bipolar attitudes. You're like, okay, today I want to act like a normal car, and then like, surprise, I dropped the top, bitch, But soft top, I think, yeah, I love soft top. If I can, I want to own a soft top one day, or no top at all even.
Nice. Since you mentioned it, that actually leads me very nicely to my next question. What is your dream drop the top? I know you love your Miata and it's a nice car to love, but what's your dream drop the top?
Dream drop the top?
Yeah. I mean, which drop the top would you really?
One? How many can I list down?
Okay, I tell you what, put it this way. Yeah, well, you got a lot, is it? If somebody were just to say choose, like, lead you to a drop the top yard, like what we have in Penang. Chu Yang, if you're watching, shout out to Chu Yang. Chu Yang's got drop the top in Penang. Juru Auto City, if you're ever there, please drop by. He only sells drop the tops. So if somebody leads you to his shop and says, choose.
Cannot. I want classic one.
Oh!
I want
That you
classic.
you're already jumping the gun, because I was going to ask you what's your favorite classic drop the top in just a little while. But okay, before classic, let's say modernish. What's your dream drop the top besides your Miata, of course?
I will go straight to classic, Chris. Sorry. If you ask me to exchange
okay.
for anything, I know a lot of people will be like, yeah, you should get Boxster, because that's usually the advancement from MX-5, then you go to Boxster. That's the normal advancement.
That seems to be that way, yeah.
Yeah,
Folks,
but
this was not prompted. Yeah, this is absolutely 100% true. I did not prompt her to say this. She wants to keep her Miata, and then she wants to go for classic. I have nothing to do with that, even though everybody knows I'm the resident Horizon classic car nut. So please, Beng, go ahead. I just wanted to clarify.
I think by now people should know that I'm not a fan of fast cars. I know a lot of people out there, they're like, oh, fast car, yeah, 0 to 100, how many seconds? But to me, it's all about how the car, the reason behind the car, the design behind the car. And to me, design stands out first, because how can you get a car if you don't like it? It's like your soulmate or your partner. How can you love a person if you're not physically attracted to it? That is definitely, you have to be physically attracted to the person. So yeah, I think right now, if I were to change, I really wouldn't. I love my NC. So when people say, oh, if you could change any current car, I don't have. I really don't.
So which is the classic that you would like to go for?
I have a few. How many can I say?
You can say as many as you want, Beng.
So first will be the MGA.
Oh, good choice.
Because I've seen it up, like I had the opportunity, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity where we went to, where was that? Oh my god, I'm forgetting all of Thailand's. Where we were planning for 2020.
You went up north.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that. I can't remember where you went, but yeah.
And we went with a bunch of Porsche owners, and one of the Porsche owners brought his MGA. And I remember driving behind the MGA. I was like, wow, look at how the wheels spin. Wow, look at the tail come out. Wow, look at him driving under the rain. Wow, and I absolutely love it. And he gave me an opportunity to actually drive it as well.
Nice,
and
nice.
I was like, wow. And it was British Racing Green. Yes. Oh
there
my
you go.
God. British Racing Green.
Yep.
British Racing Green is, oh my God, with 10 interiors. Yes.
Absolutely. So this interesting. And I'm sure, well, everybody knows that these cars were built before interior ergonomics were, more centralized towards the driver and the passenger. So these cars favored smaller size people to drive. You must have been so comfortable driving this car. I would not have been able to drive this car.
No, the leg room is crazy. There's so much leg room for you.
Nice.
It's amazing. Really.
So cool.
I was like, wow, there's actually a lot of room here, because the guy that was driving it, he was, I think, Bobby's height. And he was like, yeah, it's no problem. And it doesn't have dual steering. So you could really see him fighting with the steering wheel. And he was going at quite high speeds at the corners. Wow.
It's probably one of the most raw driving experience. I mean, you don't even have a roof. No power steering, no power brakes, no ABS, no airbags, nothing. It's the most raw driving experience you can feel. So it's actually wonderful that you would love to drive a car like this. And I guess I should have known, because you went and bought a Kalisa manual. So this is one of the what are the others or other that you would?
Shelby.
I'm so curious now. Oh, that's Shelby Cobra. You went straight for the stratosphere. The 427 Cobra.
So beautiful. Oh my God, so beautiful. And my last one is the Austin Healey Sprite.
Nice. The Austin Healey Sprite. Chiang, if you can find a photo of an Austin Healey Sprite, it's a cute little car. I tell you, it's so wonderful. Great that you actually wanted to go into classics. Folks, I swear I did not prompt her to do this. This is actually quite amazing.
I feel like classic cars has so much more story to them. And like designers last time, they dared to go out of their way and do something different and want to stand out and want to up the game all the time. And
Yeah.
it's just so beautiful looking at that piece of art flowing on tarmac. Wow, it's like, wow, I love it lah. And I love
Amazing.
the roundness. I love roundness of cars. Now everything is very sharp, very aggressive looking.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you look at even if you look at older Ferraris compared to modern day Ferraris, or yes, even the Minis, the design has completely changed. I think back then there was no computer aided design, no CAD. They were hand forming metal, and I think maybe that's how they say that older cars have a character to it, a soul, a life to it. It's because they actually poured their lives into that car, making it by hand. Unlike today, where everything pretty much made in a factory. So yeah, it's great.
And I think last time, because of the characteristics and soul to a car, it need not be perfect. I think right now a lot of people is aiming for perfection. But with perfection, you are very robotic. It's like AI. AI can do everything right. Like we were just talking about it just now. AI can do everything right, but there's no human touch to it. No characteristics of the car. You have to like, oh yeah, when you go at this speed, at this gear, the butt will tend to come out a bit. And when you do this, it will react this way, it will react that way. I'm pretty sure cars now still do that, but how many times have you got into a new car and you feel like, it's more or less the same. It's more or less the same.
Yeah.
More or less the same.
Yeah, not just in terms of the driving, but in
The design.
the way they look, even the way they feel, the way you feel inside. I mean, in a blindfold test, you would not be able to tell what car you're in today. But I think in older cars, you would know instantly. You hold a steering wheel and it's thin and it's big. No power steering, so straight away you know already. You're gonna have to turn like this.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, older cars actually have a lot of character. And that's one of the things I've always felt with any of my cars out there. My famous saying is, old cars don't leak, they're just marking their territory. Just want to make sure you know who's the boss. Okay? Yeah, this is my Porsche.
What is your favorite modern car? Do you have like
yes, look at that. That's yours. That's one of your. There it is, right there. The frog eye sprite. Oh, that is so cute.
It's so stupid. Look at the look. It's like, what am I doing? Am I a car? Am I not? What am I?
What are you here?
Yeah.
Are we going driving? Are we going driving?
Oh, we're on the road. Okay. Let's go.
I mean, you just look at it. It makes you happy already. I mean, how many new cars can you actually say about new cars today that you can say you look at it and it already makes you happy? Look at that, it's so cute. Can you imagine driving this for Evo Enduro? Or okay, let's even talk about like Mille Miglia or Goodwood Festival of Speed. Imagine driving this in one of those events. What I need to ask you this one. Next question.
Wait. Before you ask me, I want to ask you.
Sure.
What's your favorite, or do you have a favorite modern car? Like the newest car that you like? Because you're all about classics, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
Any car that stands out to you?
That's a very, very good question.
To see what the 4C with Bobby? Is it the 4C?
What the recent one that Horizon just had? What the Arteon?
No.
Before that,
the one we went down with Bobby to Singapore to see an Alfa Romeo 4C.
The Disco Volante, the Alfa Romeo. See, you got to say it in an Italian accent. I'm sorry, folks, but it's coming. You knew it was going to come. The moment we talk about Alfa Romeo, I'm going to have an Italian accent. And yes, Bobby and I, we drove to Singapore just to go and see, not even drive. We went to see the Alfa Romeo Disco Volante, and Bobby licked the front tire. I saw him do it. But yes, that would be one of my dream cars, modern cars. But I can't say much about it because we didn't get to drive it. Okay. We were not allowed to drive it. In fact, there's only this was the Disco Volante Spider, and there's Bobby with the car, and that's my leg there taking, and that's my hand there.
You marking a territory.
Yes, I looked underneath. There weren't any leaks, and that's only because the car had not been started. They couldn't even start the car because apparently it was sold and the buyer didn't even want it to be started or something like that. But this car was just worth driving all the way down to Singapore and back in the day just to go and see the Alfa Romeo Disco Volante. But I can't say it inspired me or appealed to me in any other way other than visually, because we didn't get to drive it. So a new car that I've actually driven that I would actually want to have My answer is going to surprise you, but you shouldn't be surprised because you were actually there with me. I would want to get a Renault Twizy.
Oh, wow. From classic straight to electric, yo.
Right to electric, yo. Because I figured the Renault Twizy in this time right now is the perfect car. You just charge it up and you can drive it around your neighborhood, go and buy your groceries, go and buy your bread, go and buy your rice. You come back in, you still got a lot of charge. I don't have to go on the highway. Oh, by the way, if any of us drove it on the highway, we broke the law. That car is not allowed on the highway. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there you go. It's not allowed on toll roads. Although it is road legal, it is not allowed on toll roads because it cannot achieve the highway speed limit.
Oh my God.
The highway speed limit of 110 kilometers an hour. This car's top speed is 86. So it's not actually allowed on a tolled highway. But I love it. And we had so much fun driving this car. If you can even call it driving. It just made people so happy to even see it. And I like cars that make people happy. So that's why I like classics, because you could drive the new Volkswagen Arteon. People will just look and it's a new Volkswagen, great. You drive a classic like that Austin Healey that you were talking about. You drive it by, people smile, they will point, they will like, wow. And it doesn't even need to be an Austin Healey. It can be actually anything really old school that people can relate with. I've actually had a lot more thumbs up driving my 1985 Proton Saga than any of my other cars because people can relate to it. I mean, that car is much older than you, so maybe that's why. The Renault Twizy. Do you remember it?
Yes, I remember. Oh my God, I had a panic attack with this car also.
But it was so much fun, and it's got scissor doors, yo. It's got scissor doors, and it's as close to a convertible as you can get because you don't even have windows that you can put up. If it rains, you're gonna get wet.
Enjoy it. Just bask in the moment.
Enjoy it. Yeah. Yes. And then you don't have to fill up. You can just. You remember we drove into the Petron station?
Yes. Kesian, man. The petrol attendant was like, mana abang? Then I tak tahu lah, tolong. Then he's like, mana? Then he really holding the thing like,
he was
cucuk. Kesian the feeling.
Mana nak cucuk?
Oh,
that was brilliant. So this car made me happy. And I think, there's a famous saying, if you park and you don't look back, you bought the wrong car. If you park and you don't look back, you bought the wrong car. So this cars have to make you happy. Supercars have to make you go, wow, and like a kid again. Yeah. By and large, cars need to make you happy. And this car, it really made me happy. So if you ask me what the modern day car I would like to get, it would be this.
You're right.
Because
surprised and not surprised at the same time.
Yeah. Exactly right. So I can't even remember what we were talking about just now. What we were going to say about the.
It was in the video.
We were something about yes, your favorite drive. Because there was a question here just now. When is the next Evo Enduro, folks? Evo Enduro, look it up. We have a website. Go check it out. Check out my previous videos on Evo Enduro. It is the most epic drive, and please join us for the next one. But there was a question here, when is the next one? Everybody knows 2019 was the last one. 2020, we were in the pandemic stage. We are still in, actually. And so 2020, Evo Enduro was cancelled. It's very likely, sadly, unfortunately, and it pains me to say this, that Evo Enduro 2021, likely it's not going to happen. The earliest it's probably going to happen is next year around this time. So Evo Enduro, hoping for Evo Enduro 2022. Go look it up. You have to act. If you've never driven in Thailand, this is the best time to do it because Beng will be there, I'll be there, Bobby will be there, Con will be there, everybody will be there. We'll be there to help you. Nobody gets left behind, okay? Nobody gets left behind. Just as how Beng was mentioning just now about Hua Hin, people were just driving at their own pace, but they just couldn't wait for anybody anymore because it was getting too late. But we'll never leave you behind. We'll always wait for you at the major turnoffs, and you can't get lost in Thailand anyway. So, Beng, your favorite drop the top drive? It can be. Let's start with the smaller ones. Yeah, your dream drop the top drive. I've always wanted to ask you that. Where would you love to drive your drop the top?
Around the world.
Oh.
I want to take my NC, drive it around the world, meet people from all different backgrounds, understand the culture, take them on rides, just
nice
experience life.
Wonderful. I'm sure you've heard we have a crazy plan to. Well, actually, it's Bobby's plan. I don't know if it's ever going to happen or not, but one of the Evo Enduros he wants to do is all the way to London and back. I think it was London and back, or just to London and then ship the cars back. I'm not sure, but he wants to drive to London. And would that be one of your one of your dream drives to actually drive all the way to London? I mean, it'll be a huge long drive.
Well, honestly, when I think about it, I'm like, wow, financially, how much would it cost? Crazy. So to me, it's always a financial factor.
That's true.
Like, yeah, that's really the dream. Yeah, London, but I want to do like around the world kind of thing.
It is possible, you know. It is possible. Somebody actually charted the road that you would have to take to do a pretty much around the world drive. We'll talk about that a little bit more. We'll take a very quick break. It's been another 30 minutes. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Lots more to come with me and Beng. So let's take a quick break now.
Marvelous. Artificial intelligence skin.
Sorry?
And we're back again. I was just looking at some of the comments. Beng, if you see any comment that you want to highlight, sorry folks, that's for some reason, you see I'm trying, but I can't actually highlight any comments. But Beng, if you see any comments you want to take, please do. So let's see. Hi Gary, hi HP, and hello everybody else. Welcome back. I'm here again with Beng Lim. We are talking about, here we go. We need a Chris and Beng endorsed list of reliable local workshops that specialize for sourcing parts and fixing the mechanicals of all convertibles and sunroofs. Well, I do know of somebody by the name of Bob.
Yeah,
I think everybody, who has a convertible. He's Bob the convertible guy. So yes, one of the main things I am worried about, Adi, is that because unfortunately the Fiat Punto that I have, it's not a fully manual ragtop. It is semi-automatic. I still have to unlatch it and then press a button and it goes up, and like I can go and make a coffee and come back. But then I have to push it all the way back, and it's the same when I'm closing it. I have to actually lock it. Beng, yours is fully automatic, right?
Yeah, I have a latch, so I have to release the latch, then it's automatic.
Yeah, I would prefer a fully manual one. Just undo the latches like the NA Miata. Just undo the latches and just throw it back. It'll never go wrong, But there are places that actually specialize in this. You can actually find specialists in many different aspects of cars. I don't have one singular workshop that does everything. I have different workshops that do various things. So, and that's always good to have don't put all your eggs in one basket, because if that workshop goes bust, then where you're going to fix your car. So yeah, have many different options. And I think a retractable hardtop or soft top, it's mechanical. Unfortunately, things are actually good. There he is, Bob Auto Roof Works. It's mechanical. Things are going to go wrong. I mean, it's a given. Just a matter of time, not when. It's just a matter of it's just a matter of when, not if.
And always get a second opinion. Always get a second opinion, because from my experience, what happened was that my hardtop, I couldn't put it down and up properly. It had a very weird sound. Like I don't even know how to describe it. So when I took it to the first workshop, they said, "Oh, you have to change everything, which will cost you 1,000 plus." And that doesn't work. You have to change the whole mechanism, which will cost you 8,000.
Oh my goodness!
Wow,
that's insane.
And I was like, "Holy shit, it's gonna cost me a lot." And I was asking around. I was like, "Hey, do y'all know anyone else who can get a second opinion?" And I went to this workshop near Batu Caves. I've never been there before. Don't know what the roads are called. It's really like you just follow Google Maps, and then it's just big warehouse. You go in, cars, furniture, everything is there. And my friend's like, "You look for this guy." Like, okay.
Wow.
He was like, "Oh, okay. You want to fix? Okay." They looked at it. They gave me back. Yeah, settle. Huh? Settle? Yeah. So what was the problem? Screw longer.
Oh.
That's it. So it's very important who you send it to, and always get a second opinion.
Get a second. From screw longer from 8,000 ringgit to screw longer. Yeah. So folks, that's very, very good advice. Always get a second opinion. And don't take my word for it. Beng, I get a lot of questions like this. I'm sure you do as well. They ask about their own car, which I've never owned before, so I have no idea. So what I normally tell them is social media is a great thing. It's made owning old cars very, very much easier than it was before. And I've been through both phases. So go to social media and find out from the Facebook pages that are dedicated to that particular car, forum posts or whatever, and you'll more often than not you will find somebody who has the same problem as you, because like I said, all cars are mechanical. Something's going to go wrong. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So always try and find a second opinion and learn from other people's experiences before you go to a workshop and say, I don't know what's wrong with it, fix it. You're just really asking for trouble. You need to be a little bit more streetwise in terms of that.
Before you get a car, please talk to owners who have owned the car. I think that's very important, because a lot of people, yes, they go to reviewers, they see car reviews, and that's great and all, but I think one important thing is talk to people who have owned the car. Ask them, how is it like? How's the maintenance like? Where do you go and service your car? Because imagine you get a car and no one else owns it. You don't know any workshops to send it to. Wow.
It can be very daunting. It can be a very daunting experience. Because you might be interested in a particular model, but you've never really had any experience with it. So what Beng said is absolutely right. Try and find out from people who actually have that model. So okay, bye Miata, ask Beng. Cool. Somebody's farming out. Joseph's actually farming out your experiences. So Beng, back to the drop the top experience. What's your favorite road to drive in Malaysia? Now I know you want to drive around the world, which is great, but we can't just at the drop of a hat drive around the world. But if you could get out there and drive tomorrow, and unfortunately we can't because we're still in phase 1 of MCO, the National Recovery Plan. What's your favorite road that you miss the most driving in Malaysia?
I have two. So one is Tikong. Definitely Tikong. Oh my gosh. But it's very dangerous, nonetheless. It is very dangerous. It's just it's a Miata, it's the corners. Just whack the corners. Oh my god, I love Tikong. And the second one, which is part of the road, I don't know, because towards the end of this stretch, it gets very bumpy, the roads aren't tarred properly, is the Greek highway, where you...
yes, the old East-West highway,
Beautiful. There's a bridge where you can stop by the side and it overlooks, I don't know what it overlooks, but it's a damn beautiful view. Because Lenny and I, we did sort of a road trip for our Valentine's Day, don't know which year. So we drove from KL to Ipoh, and then from Ipoh we went to Terengganu, then to Terengganu we went to Penang. Oh my gosh.
Wonderful.
I was like, wow, Malaysia is actually so beautiful. And with the drop top, when you go through kampungs, right, you can say hi to everyone. Everyone's happy to see you. You wave to them, give them, a different experience. They don't usually see that. Usually when cars come by, when you're driving like any other car, you're in your own world. You have a window. You're not really connecting with what is outside you. But when you're in the drop the top, you can say hi, you wave to them, they will wave back. It's just really immersing yourself with the environment around you. And that's what I love. I love drop the top so much. It brings you one step closer to actually connecting with people while you're driving.
Johan Rosli here is saying that you missed the Hanzhou Pass. Yes, I think we all missed the Hanzhou Pass.
So scary, Johan. Oh my god. The first time you took me there, I was, oh my god, pitch black. Roads were slippery. Oh my god.
The first time he took me there, I was like, you don't like me or what? Why you go and bring me here? But then I got to know the road, and but we've only gone at night. That's the funny thing about Hanzhou Pass. I've never seen it during the day. I bet it's quite lovely during the day. And my old school cars.
What Hanzhou Pass is?
Sorry?
You must tell everyone what Hanzhou Pass is.
Actually, I don't know how to actually classify it, but okay, Hanzhou Pass is a small road that actually circumnavigates, or it's the old way to get to Gotong Jaya. Okay, that's I think that's the Genting Sempah. That's the best way I can put it. It's the old road that runs parallel to the Karak Highway. So at the places where we stop, we can actually see the Karak Highway from where we stop. Sadly, it's much further than 10 kilometers, and now we're only allowed a 10-kilometer radius. But Hanzhou Pass is like, the reason why it's called Hanzhou Pass is because it's named after the guy that actually found it, Johan. So Hanzhou, Johan. And so we called it Hanzhou Pass. I named it Hanzhou Pass, actually. It's a very, very nice road, but very, very dangerous. And we're not going to say how they're going to get there, because one day maybe we'll organize a little bit of a drive. But I don't want it to become another Uluyam. Because, Uluyam is a nice road, but now just too many people. Well, not now, but on the usual Sundays, it's just become a little bit too crowded. So, Yeah, that road you were talking about, Beng, the Greek to Jilly Road or the East West Highway, that middle part there, that's actually one of my favorite roads as well, because I've actually done KL to Kuantan, Kuantan to Kuala Terengganu, Kuala Terengganu to Penang via the old East West Highway,
Yes,
and then
yes.
Penang back down to KL. So it's like anti-clockwise of the peninsula, and we have some really, really beautiful roads. So, and, everybody's always talking about Ulu Yam and Gotong Jaya and stuff like that. But if you go out a little bit further, you can find some really amazing roads. And one thing that you just mentioned about just now, with the drop the top, I totally agree, because in a capsule of a car with the aircon on, you're not experiencing anything. And especially with newer modern day cars, the car is driving you more than you are driving the car. But with a drop the top, you can't put on the aircon, and you can get the sights and smells, the smells,
Smell.
and yes, everything. You want to experience a really great drive, I think you have to use a drop the top. I don't think there's any other way.
The best way to experience something with smell, if you want to, just go to Penang and drive around with the drop the top. But char kway teow.
Yeah.
What's that curry mee? Then you then you
Durian.
yeah. What's that? So nice.
I can totally relate, because the only way, as you know, I'm a biker as well, but the only way I've ever felt that way is when I ride a bike. But even then, I'm wearing a helmet, I'm usually wearing a face mask, I can't really. But when you're in a drop the top, the view itself, from what you can see, I mean, no sunroof in the world can actually replace a drop the top.
Yes.
What's the number one advice you would give to somebody who is looking to get into the drop top? We've got so many people online right now, and I'm sure some of them are toying with the idea. But what's the best piece of advice you can give to someone who has just joined us? Or Kestong is here as well. Wonderful. LK is here as well. Hey, LK, what's up? What advice would you give them?
Go try it firsthand. Okay. Don't listen to anyone else. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Chris. Go try it firsthand.
Oh, sorry. That's Hanjo Pass, isn't it? No, sorry. No. Your road trip, KL, Ipoh, Tasik, Kenyah, Penang. Look at that.
The bridge. This is the one where you stop.
You
see,
nice.
Like, so beautiful, so beautiful.
Do you wear a mask when you drive with the drop the top because of dust and stuff like that?
No, I embrace it.
Wow.
I eat everything.
Ever got bugs in your mouth?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I'm a vegetarian. Maybe they know as well. So
She's a vegetarian. Stay away. Look at that. And that's, I don't think I know what your car looks like with the top up. I've always only seen it with the top down. So that's why I didn't even know whether it's a... Sorry?
You're the first person who said that to me.
Honestly, Beng, I don't even know if your car has a soft top or a folding metal hard top, but I think it's folding metal, right? Or you said both? You might have both.
Folding metal.
Folding metal. I don't think I've ever seen your car with the top up. Yeah. Really?
I see it. I don't know how to respond. I think that's good. Okay. That's a good thing.
I think that's a good thing. Which means you are one of the very few that actually, because I think one of the main problems with convertible owners, like you mentioned much earlier just now, is that they very seldom put the top down. And that also contributes to the motor getting jammed or not working as well, because just like a sunroof, you need to use it. Like power windows, you need to use them every once in a while. Keep the motors running, keep it smooth,
right.
But and why buy a convertible if you're not going to put the top down? That's what I've always wondered. And you drive your car more with the top down than I've seen it with the top up. So
it's a convertible. That's how you're supposed to drive it.
You have to put the top down. Unless it's one of those where, it's the solid metal hardtop and you have to leave it at home.
Yes.
That would be quite scary, because our weather can, change like that. I'm sure you've already experienced it.
Yeah. Nowadays, I have my moments where I need aircon, because it's just been so hot recently. Like I think the past week or so, it's been so hot that when I go out and tap up, like I need the aircon, because my place doesn't have any aircon. We don't have any aircon installed. So we go to the car as a luxury, like, we have aircon now.
Irfan is here. Hi, Irfan. Irfan is saying, I sudah lose sleep.
Irfan is the best. He will rush to himself. He's like, very nice. Then he will leave it for a few months. Then he try again. He's like, wow, really, really nice.
Maybe that's all he needs. Just once or twice, they're happy already, then forget.
No, I don't think he forgets, man. It's there. It's like, you want it.
You're right. I don't think anyone can forget a drop the top experience. I mean, if you've always been driving sedan cars, and suddenly you get to drive a drop the top with the roof down, I don't think anybody will ever forget that experience. And that's one of the main allures of drop the top, isn't it?
Yes, correct.
The
This is
entire
correct.
experience.
What
The
concept?
whole experience. Yeah. Sorry. What was that?
Some people don't use because scared roof jam, but because don't use end up with jam. It's so true.
Absolutely.
It's
That
like driving
is
a car.
so
Correct.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. They're scared it will spoil if they use it too much, not knowing that if you don't use it as much as you should, it will spoil. Okay, very, very good. Moving along, we've got It's Unforgettable from Irfan. Yes, the sights, the skies, the smells. So you're gonna chop off the roof of your Mini, Irfan? Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so right. So okay, we've got still a little bit more time. Let's take a couple of there's a question here from there's a Baldwin is here. Baldwin, your friend Baldwin who went and bought a drop the top because of you, right, Beng?
Yeah, he was like, this girl always drop the top, always say so nice. I need to experience. Then he, actually very nice. Then he pula keep rationing me. He's like, Beng, drop the top is like this. Beng, Then I was like, so nice. When the roles are reversed, I'm like, he really enjoys it. And I'm really happy. I'm really
Nice.
happy when someone gets one and they enjoy it. Just the whole purpose of it. You get one, you enjoy. I would really hate if someone say, well, I really don't like the drop the top feeling. I would feel so bad. To be like, hey, it's very nice. But when they get it and they're like, oh, I actually hate it so much.
The straw that broke the camel's back for me was actually when my cousin left me his BMW Z4 to actually take care of, the white one, which was designed by two girls, by the way, for that matter, and with the folding metal hardtop and everything. And that was it. I think he did it on purpose because I don't think he really needed to leave the car with me, but he wanted me to get a drop top as well. So it worked, Dylan. It worked. I was like, I gotta get me one of these.
Experience it, right? You experience it, and slowly you're more open to the idea of doing it.
Yeah, I did a video on that car, and guys, and girls, if you've not seen it, please go to my channel and check out Z4. I did a video on that car, and after that video, in the comments, I saw that so many people went and bought themselves a drop the top after that video, because I said, I mean, you've experienced so much in your life already. And you've had so many cars in your life already. What are you waiting for? Why don't you just go and try a car that has no roof? I cannot explain it to you. Do it, then you will know. But what you said is absolutely right. When I asked you just now, what advice would you give to people who are actually looking to get the drop top? You have to go and experience it first, right? Because it's not for everyone.
Yes. Go experience it. Don't like it, don't get it.
Yeah. Don't get it. And don't get it because people say you shouldn't. Get it because you don't want it.
Get it because you don't want it.
Sorry. Get it because you want it.
I'm like,
My bad.
Messaging in there. I don't care.
We've got another friend of yours here who actually joined us for Evo Enduro. Mr. Chan Yu Jin is here. Yes. Mr. S2000 who got arrested by the cops in Thailand.
I don't even know if that's true.
No, it's not true. I'm sure he paid the cops to arrest him. But that was the most epic photo of Evo Enduro. That was getting thrown down on the bonnet with your hands behind your back. What's he saying here? With the top down, no need to worry about blind spots. Yeah, that's true. You got no B and C pillars to worry about. You've got 360 vision.
Yeah,
fantastic.
That's amazing. So
it really is.
I took one of my friends on a drop the top drive. Also partially rationing. It's like, hey, try lah. And he just went crazy. I didn't even need to do anything. It's like, wow, you can really feel everything. Wow, you can smell Wow, you can see everything And I'm like, yes. Okay, I really don't need to do anything anymore.
Wonderful. So those of you who are just joining us here, Beng has also got some very, very cool drop the top stuff. Beng, for those who have just joined, because I see some new names here, show us Chiang, show us some of the merchandise that Beng has. And Beng, tell us a little bit about what's next after what you already have currently, which all you folks can actually buy. There's nice shirts and hats. Show the montage picture, Chiam, with the hats and the shirts and Beng as the model. Yeah, there we go. So
definitely more merch coming, more varieties, more different things coming up. But because of what's happening now with MCO, everything is on pause. So difficult. So that's why pre-order and that's why no stock. So I'm so sorry, guys.
people can go to, what's the URL again? Chiam, can you show the URL where they can go? There we go. There we drove. HTTP drop the top. Cool. And they can order online and you do delivery as well, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So Thomas, you got my shirt. I want it as soon as MCO is over. You don't have to seal it back for me nicely. I know you opened the wrong one, but never mind. I don't even know if it's online, but we have a lot of people online here.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's.
for
Who else is here? Oi, HP Tan is here saying, "Go buy Z4." HP Tan, when are you gonna get a drop the top, man?
Every time I see HP or my encounter with HP, I just want to slap HP.
Oh,
Things never.
why?
Every time when like you got Lexus, then always want BMW, then suddenly say this one also nice, then suddenly say that one also nice.
So Z4 HP, yes, you have my support on that for sure. Okay, we're almost out of time. We're trying to keep this down to an hour and a half. Beng, final shout outs. We're at final shout outs. What would you like to say to everybody outside there right now?
Wow, stay safe, guys. Please prioritize. I really want to emphasize on mental health because I think it's very important. And because we are locked in our houses and even going out just to tapa food, sometimes it's really not enough. Socialize with people, call people up just to talk nonsense also. I think it's important because even for me, I feel like I stay at home, I'm very happy, but you really don't know what it actually does to your mental health. And because you're always in your own head and you see the same person every day, sometimes you can go mentally crazy as well.
True. And like I was saying earlier, for those who didn't hear me, who have just joined, I actually use driving to get stress-free, to clear my head. And now that I can't even do that, I've got to find other things to do. So find things to do, and take care of your mental health, like Beng says. Beng, can I interest you in a two-wheel section? And guess who is coming on board next week? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my brother from a different mother, my biker bro, fellow media him. So next week's show, I'm gonna have the pleasure of Buck. Beng, you met Buck during 2017 Evo Enduro. Buck was my co-driver for the W126. So Buck is very into bikes, but also into classic cars. And we've biked that background picture there with the two scooters. We actually scootered from in Thailand the back way. We've ridden to Koh Samui on scooters. So it's going to be a very, very interesting show. You remember Buck, don't you, Beng?
I do. That's my next thing lah. Motorbikes. Review.
Motorbikes.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, we are the two guys you should be talking to if you want to get into bikes. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. Just like in Evo Enduro, we'll never leave you behind. So, folks, please join me next week with Buck. Yes, he's going to be around. You might remember him last time from Roda Pusing. He was doing videos. Buck has his own channel, his own YouTube channel as well. And I keep pestering him to put more content because he's got a pretty strong following. And I think he's going to do real well. So please join us next week. Beng, it's been a pleasure. I hope we get to go and drive. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Hi, Buck. So you're in the passenger seat. Sorry, you're in the passenger seat next week. And I hope you'll be here. Beng, let's go driving soon, yeah? I think it's been too long.
I have a question. Have you rode on the Haiwan Pass before?
No, the one in Vietnam?
Yes.
No, we have to do that.
Oh, beautiful.
We have to. And you know what? It's you have you done it?
I have.
You should be on my show next week. Buck, I think we're going to reschedule. I'm going to have Beng on the show next week. We're going to redo this poster because she's done the Hagyang Pass. Oh, that's one thing I really wanted to do.
And I did it on a motorbike, a scooter.
Nice.
Oh my god.
It's so easy, right? You fly there, you rent a scooter, and it's cheap to rent a scooter.
Yes,
and then you do the Hagyang. How do you say it? Hagyang
Pass.
That's one of the things we need to do. Definitely. So yeah, Beng, we need to get you on a bike. We need to get you a license, and then we need to go and do the Hagyang Pass.
Yes.
For sure. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being on the show.
Oh,
Anytime.
I think this is the most I have spoken to anyone in a very long time.
We need
Really?
to do this again then. Would you like to would you do me the honor of being on my show again another day?
Of course.
Thank you so much, Beng. Thank you for the shirt. I'm going to get it from Thomas soon. Folks, please go to drop the top dot
Cool.
Jiang, put the picture back up there with the URL, and go there, get your orders done. And like Beng said, you don't need to own a Drop the Top to own a Drop the Top merchandise. I'm sure none of you here own a Harley Davidson, but at one point or other you've had a Harley Davidson t-shirt. So I have several. I don't even have a Harley. But yes, folks, please go to this URL and check out the merchandise. It's available, and delivery is available as well. So, and with that, Beng, yeah, thank you so much. Any last besides? There we go. Nice. Don't forget to go to Beng's YouTube page and support her, subscribe, yeah, and Instagram as well. So, any last words of advice, Beng, for those who want to get the Drop the Top?
To all car guys, I think you should own one at least once in your whole entire car ownership life. At least once. You know how you want to experience front wheel drive, you want to experience rear wheel drive, all wheel drive. Drop the Top should be one of them as well. It doesn't have to be years, it doesn't have to be months sometimes, or just a few days. Go borrow it from someone, enjoy it. You must enjoy at least once in your car lifetime.
I think I'm going to cry. That was so well put. Absolutely right. And you know how Jeremy Clarkson always says you can't call yourself a car enthusiast unless you own an Alfa Romeo? Bullshit! You need to go and try Drop the Top, because believe me, I've been driving longer than I've been running or walking, and I can't believe I waited so long to get a Drop the Top. I should have done it so much earlier. So much earlier. Thank you, Beng. Thank you so much for being here. Folks, thank you for joining us. And thank you again, Beng. It's been a pleasure. We'll catch up soon. Yeah, we need to do that. We haven't seen you, like, I can see you now, but I haven't seen you physically for like months.
Yes.
But after this is over, we all got to go for a drive. And that means all of you here in the comments as well. We all got to go for a drive for sure. Hang in there, folks. Be safe, stay safe, and take care, y'all. Thank you so much for joining.
You get vaccinated, okay?
Yeah, please go and chuchok my ass. I mean, no, go and chuchok your ass. No, I mean, go and just get... Chiang, cut the show.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.